Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hi. Happy to see everyone here. This is Marina Shepelsky, immigration attorney, founder of Shepelsky Law Group, here today on one day post midterm elections. This was a big deal in US history and for immigration. And so I wanted to bring this to you guys live today more than ever because it's really a historical day and a lot has happened, and we will talk about what's happened and what's going to happen and what we're still waiting on to happen. um, so here we are. I'm doing this on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok. Has become now my habit. When I do my lives, I do it everywhere at the same time. And my friends here are saying good morning. The Dream says good morning on YouTube. Navjeet says hi, how are you? Gia says hello. Jean Claude says good evening from Panama. Hi, Panama. So exciting. I hope you are amazing, says Navjeet. I'm going to try to be amazing for you. And people are saying hello on TikTok. Hello, Miss, says Prince Multani. And hello, says Alexandra. Somebody says they tried to call me from another country. Hello, hello. And I'm going to answer questions when I'm finished with the news portion of this, but I will start with the news. Basically, Elena says good morning. Elena, hi, hello. Beautiful picture, Elena. So yesterday was the midterm elections. It's kind of like the midway elections that happen in the middle of the presidency. So we have President Biden from the Democratic Party, and Joseph from Tomito P. Joseph says hello. He always watching. Thank you very much. Navjeet says I'm charismatic like an actress. I don't know. That's just my personality. If you know me in real life, I can just break into a dance and a song in the middle of the day. That's just how I am. So we have a president who is a Democrat right now. So we have mostly a Democratic rule right now. However, the Senate and the Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate that make up Congress, right? They are in different places because of the elections. Now, usually when one side has more representatives than the other, the climate in the country changes because that party who has more representatives is in charge. They have their own agenda, they have their own goals, they get together and they do what they do. With this president has been working really hard from his perspective and the administration to make things better for immigrants. We started hearing about an amnesty again. We started seeing a lot of new TPS countries with temporary protected status being designated. The latest TPS countries are Ethiopia and Ukraine and Burma and some others. So we are seeing a lot of good things, like the ice is melting, but these midterm elections will decide what's going to happen in the next 2 years with immigration. And as of right now, I'm going to check on CNN Live as to the results. They just updated it this minute, literally. And they're saying the control of the Senate and House, which party will be controlled, is still hanging in balance. It is too early to call some of the states like Nevada, like Georgia, like Arizona. They're not yet determined. We're talking about the elections of governors, we're talking about the elections of senators, and we're talking about the elections of Democrats. As of right now, we have 48 Democrats in the Senate, one new Democrat, and 49, one more, of Republicans. So it's very close in the Senate. As to the House, there's more Republicans already announced, 202 Republicans, and 184 Democrats. So as of right now, there's more Republicans, but this will change. So by the end of the day, hopefully tomorrow, we will know. We will know what's happening. Both parties have more diversity now. We have one person who was elected. He's a trans man, but I guess he was born a woman. He was elected to a legislature, I think, in the state of Vermont, I believe, in a state that's not New York or California. Florida elected, for sure, that's announced already, and DeSantis again, so Republican governor for Florida, and we will keep watching. Now, generally speaking, this midterm election is making me think about the presidential election that's going to happen in 2024. And my prediction is that the next president is going to be a Republican. Of course, listen, I'm not like a clairvoyant. I don't speak to spirits. I don't know what's going to happen. But just living in America, being an American citizen, being a voter, I can see that America is not happy with Biden because the prices are up. Everything is so expensive. Inflation is up. People are promising that 2023 will be a recession. So people always blame the president for things like that. Not always fairly, but that's how it is. So if next president will be a Republican, please believe me that some of the Trump conversation, rhetoric will come back. That means the next Republican president is going to be for finishing the wall on the border with Mexico, for deporting more people, for forgetting about amnesty, for more restrictions on immigrations, making things more structured, more stops to immigrations, more challenges for immigrants. It's going to be worse for immigrants, if I have to summarize. So I beg you to listen to what I'm about to say. If you have any kind of a case, file it right now, this year. Don't even wait for next year. We are here to help you. We'll be honored if you file with us. But even if you don't file with us, please file today, because your best chances of getting anything in the next 6 years are right now. We're saying that in the next 6 years, this is the best time right now to file for VAWA. If you're worried, you're married to a US citizen, you're married to a green card holder, or you're recently separated or divorced, they're blackmailing you with going or not going to your marriage interview. Please, I beg you, file for VAWA. You're better off filing your own case for VAWA, Violence Against Women and Men Act, and getting your own green card without them. If you're thinking about asylum, remember, asylum, you have to file within 1 year of coming to the United States, or your status expiring if you were here as a student, for example. But again, if you file for asylum right now, I think you have a good chance of winning it. If you file in 3 years, I don't know what's going to happen. So that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking of doing an investment visa or a business visa or like an extraordinary ability visa, if you're a scientist or a doctor or anything in technology, Biden wants STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math people, brains from all over the world to come to America and help us deal with the financial situation that we find ourselves in. So please call us today and file it today. That's really all the news I wanted to discuss. I wanted today to leave more time for your guys' questions, because now I'm working with YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. So now I have twice as much questions, and I'm going to start with TikTok today. And I'm going to be scrolling on TikTok here. I'm going to try to pull the phone closer to me. Okay, so I have the phone set up on the stand with a ring light, and I have the computer doing the live on YouTube. Okay, so, all right, there's a question from Prince Multani. My wife has a U visa pending for almost 4 years, and I just got married with her. How long will it take for me to get my paperwork? It will probably take both of you another year to a year and a half to get the papers. And another question from TikTok from Singh Alwand. I've been in a relationship for 3 years, and we've been married for 3 years. What should I do? I don't know who you're in a relationship with, but if you're in a marriage to a U.S. citizen, you can file for a marriage case. Give us a call. My phone number is in my bio on TikTok and on the bottom of the screen on YouTube, but it's 718-769-6352. Guys, you see me, but we are actually a group of lawyers. It's Shepelsky Law Group. Our group has amazing lawyers I personally pick and train, and we would love to help you. I'm not the one who's going to do most of these consultations personally, but we have a great team. And if you work with us, you have one person who's going to do an intake with you. You have somebody else who's going to do your forms. You have a lawyer working on the legal part of your case. We have a team approach because we're a 2022 organization, a law firm that lives in this moment. We have people who work remotely with us. We have people who work in the office with us. Our office is in New York, but we work with people from all over the United States. We have clients from Alaska. We just won a VAWA case for a man from Alaska. We have clients in Kentucky, South Carolina, North Carolina, Hawaii, California, Texas, and Vermont, and every state pretty much. Okay, so let's go through YouTube questions. Porfirio says, and he's also my viewer here frequently, and I say hello to you. I'm still waiting for my work permit based on SB2, son of an illegal resident Mexican national. And it's taking a long time. And right now, everything is super delayed, so everybody's waiting and frustrated. Baba Traore says, how many PD requests can be filed for someone? Just one. One. If they say no, that's the answer. I mean, you can try one more, maybe two at most, but only if you didn't have some papers or you didn't include some facts when you filed the first time, but usually just one. Good morning. I hope you're doing great, says Nader. Let's see, one from, hi, from Florida, says Larry Sklockshare. Hello. Oh my God, Mel from the island Mauritius talked to you last Thursday. Okay, my wife has a U visa pending for almost 4 years. Oh, okay, yeah. So he's asking the same question again. Okay, this is a TikTok from Sharif Mohammed. Hi, ma'am. I'm coming to U.S. without inspection, married to U.S. citizen. What is the process? This is a great question. If you are here without a visa, we can help you. We can get you a green card, first of all. There's some ways that we can help you, and it's different for everyone. So I urge you to call our team. Our team can help you. But basically how our team goes about helping people who came with a visa, we ask you first if you're married to U.S. citizen. Mr. Mohammed is married to U.S. citizen. The next question is, what about hardships to your U.S. citizen wife or husband? Do you have kids? Are they small? Are they U.S. citizens? Do they have hardship? Meaning, do they have medical problems or psychological problems or any other kind of problems? If so, you qualify for a couple of things. You could do an advance waiver, a waiver with like a pre-clearance to leave the United States, because you're still going to have to leave for that, and come back approved green card. Or maybe you have problems in your marriage and you can do VAWA. Or maybe you have kids with hardship or a spouse with medical problems and hardship, or even U.S. citizen parents, right? Then if you're here over 10 years in the United States, we can do cancellation of removal 42B. We have a great lawyer team. We've won every single case this year, and we work super hard on it. It doesn't just happen on its own. It's teamwork. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hours, and we are expensive for that reason. I'm going to tell you guys right now, we're not like a cheap lawyer. We don't do free consultations. There's no free consultations. With us, it's all paid, and we spend the time that we need to spend, and this is how we're able to win so much, because we get paid enough to spend time with people. Okay, so next one is... okay, we talked about being delayed. Navjeet says he also watches me on Instagram. Thank you. And I'm going to take a second to plug my TikTok and Instagram account. Find me, Shepelsky.attorney on Instagram, and you can see really good information. We're always posting free immigration advice, free immigration information everywhere. TikTok is great, YouTube is great, Instagram is very good. I spend a lot of time making sure these are great. Navjeet thinks I should become a senator. I'm not interested in politics. I like being a lawyer. I like defending people. Question from Y on YouTube. Is the immigrant registry reform still alive? Yes, it's alive. And I'm hoping that after these elections, we can come back to it. Yes. Same question from Michael. What am I thinking about the immigrant registry amnesty? Same thing. I think right now the elections will pass and we'll come back to this idea. Navjeet is like my biggest fan today. He says, how is your workout going? Your inspiration to many women. My workout, which I've written about on Instagram and on TikTok. I did a lot of yoga before. Now that we moved, I'm still unpacking and I haven't had time to do exercise much, but I'm going to come back to it like this month. All right. I promise. Ali Burr says, hi, nice to see you here. Do you think I can apply to have an EB3 green card if I have worked without authorization for several years in the US? Can I take my chances? You will not get it. Do not spend the time and the money. EB3 green card through work, you have to be in status, no unlawful work. There's no forgiveness like marriage case or asylum. So if there's no forgiveness, don't spend the time on it or the energy. There's no chance you're going to get it. On TikTok, the question from Hassan is, what are some of the requirements needed for somebody to come to US? First of all, you can try to come as a tourist. You need somebody to invite you. Also, you can come as somebody who's invited to attend an event or a seminar. You can come here to go to school, but you yourself have to find a school and you have to prove to the school the ability to pay for your education. You can come here for a job, but then you need a company to sponsor you. We only do the paperwork. We do not help people find sponsors or spouses or anything like that. Okay, on YouTube, Alero Jimen says, good day, Marina. Please, my friend has lived here for almost 8 years with no status. What can she apply for? Can she do asylum or what can she do? Asylum is for people who are in the United States less than a year usually and who are afraid to return to their home country. Asylum is not for everyone. If your friend is in the United States 8 years, 10 years, probably her chances of asylum are gone. But I don't know what country she's from. Maybe if something like Ukraine or Russia or Ethiopia is happening in her country and things have changed for the worst, she could file for asylum. It's hard to say. She could marry a US citizen. If it's an abusive marriage, they even forgive the fact that somebody's here without a visa. Even somebody who came with no visa, overstayed, or never had a visa in the first place, if you're married to a citizen or even a green card holder, but they abuse you, they treat you bad, they punch you, they call you names, they make you feel bad, you cry all the time, you can't sleep. That's VAWA. So we can help you with VAWA. We can help you with an abuse case. Debbie on YouTube says, I have a friend who has approved VAWA. That's awesome. Congratulations. Somebody named Gotcha says, can we still apply by filing I-485, I-130, and I-765 forms, even if we have not filed them in our initial VAWA package, and get a work permit, advance parole if the spouse is a citizen? Absolutely. Yes. So if you have a pending VAWA, if you filed the I-360 VAWA form and you didn't include initially your green card application and so on, definitely you can file those forms later, even without waiting for approval for VAWA. Then Marlon says, hi, Marina, why would USCIS give a receipt number that starts with 3 letters IOE when the papers were filed hard copy? I don't know, who knows? They assign those numbers not so much based on whether you filed online or hard copy, by the kind of a case it is and the service center that's handling that case. Okay. From Fancy Nancy on TikTok, can my sister get married? I petitioned for her in 2000. Yes, your sister can get married when her time comes for the visa, which is taking 16 to 20 years. She can also bring her spouse here live with her for a green card. Somebody's asking me to join my live. I don't know about that. I don't feel comfortable having people join me. Okay, I am a U.S. citizen. I have 2 kids paroled in U.S. Can I apply for their passport? No, your kids have to get green cards first to get passports, or you just probably actually need to file I-130 petitions for them. You are a U.S. citizen. You have kids who are here on parole. File I-130, I-485 for them. Get them a green card, then get citizenship for them. Another question from TikTok. Hi, my brother got his citizenship. Is viable to get a green card if he filed a petition for me? It is viable, but it's going to take like 20 years. So Jack Patel wants me to read his question, but there's so many questions here. Jack Patel. So we have somebody here, Mani Singh, who says, I'm a scammer, that I'm interested in money, and that's why you call them. I work for money. I'm not like ashamed of it. I do my work for money. I have a family. I go to work for money. If any of you work because you just want to be nice people, that's cool. That's not me. I love my work and I do it for money. You can have both. You can want to make money and you can love your work. My work is amazing. We win every single VAWA and court case. We have a great team. They all get paid a lot of money. So for that, we need money. And when we win your case, we give you and your family the opportunity for generations to live in the United States legally, bring all of your and their families here. And I think it's worth the investment. And I'm not ashamed of charging money for my work. Okay. Somebody's asking me, ma'am, I filed for a U visa. How long will it take to get my work permit? Sometimes 2.5 years or more. Fantasy689 says, what is the best way for DACA recipient to be able to get a green card? Marry a U.S. citizen, and you will probably need to travel on an advanced parole to fix the issue with having come with no visa, if you came with no visa. What are some of the requirements for coming? Okay, I talked about that. Okay. Vikash Karpen is asking, can you please tell me how long after the NVC accepts all the documents in my case submitted will I get called for an interview? It's hard to say, but not long, a couple of months maybe. But usually once NVC sends okay, first you file a family petition or work petition with USCIS. That's one agency, USCIS. Then once it's approved and the person is overseas, the case goes to the National Visa Center, NVC. They collect whatever paperwork they need. Once they're done with it, they forward the case, actually like the physical file, a folder, to the consulate. The consulate receives the case, puts you in line for an interview. So sometimes it happens super quick and the consulate does it quick. Sometimes people wait for a year. So it's hard for me to say how long, but hopefully soon. Okay. Fodai says, hi, Marina. Thank you for your help you're doing for us. I have a question about I-765. That's a work permit question. I applied for I-765 work permit since November 2, 2021. Wow, that's almost a year. That is a year, actually. I didn't hear anything from then. Okay, hopefully you received a receipt notice and did your fingerprints, or they reused your biometrics, your fingerprints from a prior filing. If that's so, it's not so unusual. If you got nothing, like you applied and you didn't even receive a receipt notice, they lost it and you waited all this time for nothing. I'm going to tell you right now. Mike Kazan says on YouTube, "Hi Marina, how many times can I use my advance parole and what is the best time in between?" If you got an advance parole when you applied for multiple entries, meaning that you asked initially to use your advance parole more than once, several times, right? If that's the case, when you got your advance parole, you can use it many times while your case is pending. That means while your case is not yet approved or denied, it's just waiting, pending. You can use it many times. You can go up to 4 months and be out of the United States. Just make sure you come back, you stay here for a couple of months, then you can go again. I have a lady who went to her country, Uzbekistan, like 2 times, and both times she was out for more than like 5 months, but less than 6 months. I don't recommend being out of the US more than 6 months at a time. Okay, and she's qualifying that she has a VAWA case. Yeah, VAWA case taking about 3 years right now, so that's fine. Fatima says, "Hello, I don't have any records of abuse of my husband. Is that case approvable for VAWA if I'm really abused?" You need to go to a psychologist and get an evaluation. Give us a call. We work with a couple of really good doctors that we use for evaluations over and over again. You can have your friends or relatives or even your parents from your home country write you or type you letters confirming that you complained to them, that you changed when you began living with this person, that you became a different person, depressed. I'm just describing our typical client. You can't sleep, depressed, panic attacks, pain, hair falling out, weight loss or weight gain, however you're dealing with the stress. They can be witnesses. That is proof of abuse for VAWA. Even if you don't have, if you had to go to the hospital or the doctor, you could go get medical records. That's also proof. Debbie on YouTube says she has a friend with she has a friend who has a deportation order and got a 10-year ban or bar since 2003. He is married in US and married to a US citizen 20 years now. He got his VAWA approved, submitted I-485, I-131, I-765. When will green card get approved? Cases in Vermont. You first need to deal with the deportation order. There should be a motion to the court to show that the VAWA was approved. Maybe the trial attorneys can join you, right? You could maybe ask them to agree to reopen the court case, terminate or dismiss the court case, and only then you can get a green card. My projection is it's going to take you at least another year to get all this done with your lawyer. If you need help, give us a call. And Chloe Music 19 says that LGBT community members love me. Thank you so much. By the way, we do a lot of work with LGBTQ community. We help people file for asylum and VAWA. Even people who are now married to the same gender, sometimes they get abused by the same sex lover or husband or whatever, or wife. So we definitely love the LGBTQ community. We work with all kinds of people, different religions, different countries, different sexual orientations. I love everybody the same. I don't support hate against LGBTQ. If you got any hate, keep walking. Don't follow me. Delete yourself from my account. I don't need to talk to you, and I don't need to hear your criticism. I posted a really funny video on TikTok explaining that people who are afraid to return to their home country because they're gay or trans or lesbian or whatever you are, alternative, and we can help you get asylum. And we got like 200,000 views and I think like 2,000 comments. And some people were haters. They were saying, "Oh, you're the devil, you do devil's work." Honestly, if it's 2022 and you still believe that I am the devil or somebody can be the devil, then you have a problem. I don't have a problem. You have a problem, please. Okay, Salima says her I-130 petition was approved, by the green card application I-485 was denied. You need to talk to our team. You can call us The phone number at the office is 718-769-6352. It's in my bio on TikTok, and it's also on the bottom of my screen here on YouTube. Shepelsky Law Group. You can find us online and go there. Ivo Bridget is asking if a Portuguese national can file for asylum in US after landing. Yes, if in your country you were abused, you were persecuted because of your race, religion, nationality, social group. Social group is broad. It could be LGBT. It could be corruption fighters. It could be some other opposition or political opinion. And in your country you were abused, absolutely we can help you. Asylum case withdrawal, VAWA green card. Can I travel to home country? If you right now do not have an open immigration removal case, yes, you can use your advance parole to travel. If you have an active immigration court case, removal case, no, you cannot leave the United States and you cannot travel. This is a great question by Hassan on TikTok. What are some of the things they consider for someone to get asylum? Asylum is for people who are abused or would be abused if they go back in their home country because of race, nationality, religion, political opinion, or social group. They will look at medical letters. Maybe you were beat up in your country. Maybe you wrote a complaint to the police against your abuser. The police never responded. A copy of the complaint. Your letters or your blog posts or your emails or anything you write online where you express your opinion or who you are and you were being abused for it or persecuted in your country for it, you can print out and use for your case. You can use a psychologist letter for your case. You can use another expert for your case if we find that, like the situation should be explained. So there's a lot of options for asylum. You need a lawyer, and we can definitely help you. Leah on YouTube says, I filed my petition and got paperwork that it was denied because my spouse did not attend our interview. However, when I go on the website, it still shows that my case is pending. Why? Because USCIS doesn't work like normal people do. It's not a private sector job, it's a government job. And people who have government jobs have government job security. They don't get fired like regular people do. Like I just fired some people in my office yesterday because they were acting inappropriately for a workplace. If they were working with me in USCIS or the government, they wouldn't get fired because that's how the government works. Once you get a job, nobody's going to fire you. So this is why we have these delays. This is why people don't do what, you got your letter of denial. They should have immediately changed it online, but they didn't. The reason is because they're bad at their job and they have no accountability. Nobody demands results from them. Nobody is mean to them or could fire them or tells them you got to do this, sets any deadlines for them. I don't know how it works with them. I really don't know. It's terrible. I'm very disappointed with our immigration system. I am Rohit Man says U visa I applied for in 2020. This is on TikTok in February. Please tell me wait time for a work permit and U visa. U visa 5 to 6 years. Work permit 2.5 years for U visa applicants. U visa is a long process. It's a good way to legalize, but it's a long one. Like VAWA, also long one. Like asylum. Anytime you file for those humanitarian visas or humanitarian cases where you suffered something, that's why you're asking for status, for a green card, it takes a really long time, longer than anything else. So unfortunately, that's the deal. But actually, even right now, US citizenship in some places is taking 18 months, almost 2 years to become a US citizen. So everything is super delayed with USCIS now. That's it. Another question about the same thing from Bao MSCR7. How long does it take to get a work permit for asylum? If you got asylum already, you're an asylee, and you file for work permit, it probably will take you about a year. It depends where you live. It depends where the work the USCIS center that's working on your case is. A lot of things. You can all go to uscis.gov, and then the next thing you look for there is processing times. And you can always find your form number and see how long it takes depending on the field office or the service center in USAS who's handling your case right now. How long is asking Duran 21G on TikTok? How long is adjustment of status marriage interview taking? A DACA, married to U.S. citizen with legal entry. Oh, great. So you file for adjustment of status. You're good. You came with a visa. You married a U.S. citizen. Hopefully no crimes, no arrests. It's going to take you between 8 months to a year and a half to get to the point of being scheduled for an interview. Once you go there for an interview, the interview itself, the actual interview, may take like half hour, 30 minutes or so, maybe 40 at most. Usually it doesn't take a long time. If you fail the first interview, sometimes they give you another interview on the spot. It depends where you live, which circuit. Sometimes, like in New York or New Jersey, they reschedule you for another interview, which is much more serious and detailed and strict, and that's called the Stokes interview. The Stokes interview itself, that could take like 3 hours, 2-3 hours. But if it's your first time for an interview, everything's going well, about 30 minutes. And with this, I'm going to end my show. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you have an immigration problem, Shepelsky Law team is here for you. Our team can help you get good results with immigration and overcome whatever situation you may be in. Please be prepared that it's a paid consultation. Please be prepared that we don't take everyone, only people we can actually help. We don't lie, and if you lie to us, please be prepared that we will fire you as a client. We're strict, we're detailed, and results-oriented. If this works for you, if you want to win your case and you have a good case, give us a call. We will definitely help. Have a great day, and see you next week. Bye-bye.